It was a quiet locker room and a leaderless locker room. The only real leader of the team to speak was Kyle Hamilton, and he spoke very well, apologizing for some comments that were misunderstood from the week, calling Ravens fans spoiled, meaning that they are used to a standard of winning, and also apologizing for the performance. However, the rest of the locker room, the leaders were all injured, and the Ravens don't let us approach injured players, or they left. Zay Flowers was the third guy out of the locker room behind Marlon Humphrey, Roquan Smith. Udafe Owe denied any requests for interview, leaving some rookies, including undrafted free agent Keon Martin, to answer, some depth players to answer for what happened tonight. And what did happen tonight, there aren't really any answers, as they got absolutely embarrassed by the Kansas City Chiefs. Once again, we hear they just need to do their 111th. They need to do their jobs. But they've been saying that since week one. And I asked what that actually means, and they don't really have any answers. Things aren't looking up, as 6 of 11 of their defensive starters are hurt. They lost Lamar Jackson at the end of the game. They are missing Pro Bowler left tackle Ronnie Stanley on the offense. And, the defense has at least a little bit of excuse that they really didn't have any starters. However, the offense had no excuse for the fact that they didn't do anything against the Chiefs defense tonight. Now they're 1-3. This is not who they thought they'd be. It's not who any of us thought they would be. And they don't really have much hope unless they get some of these players back, as they face Houston Texans and LA Rams before this bye week. So they are going to be returning to Baltimore, searching for answers, potentially without so many players. And as Derrick Henry said, bring on the challenge. However, we'll see if they can actually rise to the challenge, because they have not yet so far. You can find more coverage from the Baltimore Banner, Jonas Schaefer, Kyle Goon, Paul Mancano, and I if you check out our site tonight.